as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Set, ready, 60 outlaw. 54,
Strip the ball.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be... Second and 12.
At the 19-yard line.
Set, 10-2 start. Smooth.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Ready?
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. From the gun, Jones. It's complete to Grant. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
Let's go now. 10 Lobo.
54.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
A first down carry for Barkley. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Jones finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line.
First down, Giants.
Let's go.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 34.
Rock it.
Now Jones, operating from the gun. Steps away to his left. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Hey, Sam on.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Check, 47. Tackles.
You draw Corcoran.
On 2nd and 9. White firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And 6.
Tight dog. Bang.
Leo.
Check. Watch the twist.
80 weapon.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Ready, hit it.
To throw on 3rd down. White. Open man is stealing. It's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 19 yards that time for number 19. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw, White. Now White lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
I think what we just saw there with that fumble return is the increased emphasis on taking the ball away from another team. And no one wants to just fall on in football anymore, do they? They want to take it and try and score themselves.
But when you fall 1 yard short of getting in the end zone, it's a and he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about it.
Now White lost the football, and the Giants have it. It's picked up. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll make the score 14-0. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Brickstone travel. Hey, Zoo.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike,
now White throwing again. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, it's White. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at the 45.
Back, go. Hey, Foxtrot.
Now White. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being... This is intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Bear in mind they had 2 interceptions last week, but that was in 4 quarters. They've got 2 here in the 1st quarter alone.
And the unsung people in this streak, the pass rushers, because most of the time, they're the ones that affect things in the pocket for a quarterback, trying to throw the football, rushing them, getting them off their spot, harassing them, and that allows the defensive backs, the linebackers, to swoop in and make the picks downfield.
And they're swooping. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Now!
Motion.
Fair. Go.
Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this 1st quarter. Picked off at the 45. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead 1st quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defense.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this 1st quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Watch out.
Go out.
Watch the ship. Ship.
Ready.
Throwing on 3rd and long. White. And he finds a man on a crossing route. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Here's White throwing on 4th down. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. Touchdown, Vikings! Adam Thielen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, high 7. Get it.
From the gun, Jones. Being chased out left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
On 2nd and 10, Jones flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, Charlie.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Hey, I'm coming on.
Yo, faster.
Check Mike, 54. Mike, 54.
Shoot.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Got a man, Slayton. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. This quarterback now, 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a 1st down.
Check 52. Check hot route.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Set. 70. Indy. Pilot. 64. Weak. Go.
On 2nd and 7, White. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Vikings on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
80 weapons.
White. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 30.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Greystone travel. Leo. Check. Crunch. Leo. Ready.
On 2nd and 11 now. White. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice, get rid of it, live to fight another down.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Nifty running by Barkley there on first down. He scoots forward for 7 yards, sets him up nicely, 2nd and 3. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the Vikings' 49-yard line.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
I'm coming. Right there. 54, right there.
Recon, 152 fighter. Hey, orbit.
Now Jones. This one into the hands of Burton. That one a first down pickup of 8.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Here's Jones. Throwing on first down. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards and a Giant first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Let's go, defense.
Jones now on first down. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Great job, man.
Saquon Barkley. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss.